Good morning. It's Thursday, June 27th, I think. I thought I'd do a tour. It's been 2 weeks since I put one out, so things are looking a tad lush. It's been raining every other day or so, and sometimes at night. Lots of growth happening, although not much to harvest yet. Right here, we have one of our beds of potatoes, and it's, I don't know, 40 feet long or so. And it looks like it's getting blight, and I don't know because I've only grown potatoes a couple times, and both times it worked out great, and so having to work at it is not something I'm used to, which is unfortunate, I guess, because I don't know what I'm doing. But I've got some die off on these, and it could be just because it's flowering and it's time for that, but these just opened the flowers, so I find it a little concerning that maybe they're already dying off. We'll see what happens. I don't want to pull anything back and check right now because I think the potatoes should be growing right now, so I don't want to do that. Rhubarb is looking good. It does have a little bug damage, not too bad, but we left almost all of it this year because we just transplanted it last year. I only pulled a little bit off. There are green beans in here, I know. I can see them, but they're flowering. Let's see. Yeah, you can see. And I did see a bean yesterday, although it wasn't here, so I don't know if I'll be able to find one, but I mean, bean flowers are so pretty. And they make lots of food. And we love fresh green beans. If we get some Bennett Farms bacon and some onions from the garden and green beans and cook that all up together, oh man, is that like one of the best meals ever. So yeah, we have beans. In the middle there, in the very middle of the screen, you can see corn growing. And again, that's the corn that volunteered from last year. And I've been looking for monarchs, and again, we let all this stuff grow. And you can see over here, we let it all grow. We actually have taken some out because it's, annoying to be in the middle of the yard and everything, or in the garden. But we never have, I think we've had one caterpillar monarch on there, but later I'll show you a swallowtail that's on the fennel. This is a patty pan squash, and it's just about ready to start flowering. So 2 weeks ago I said hopefully in a week, and it's 2 weeks and not quite yet. There's some pumpkins. These are sugar pie pumpkins here, and I really love those. Actually, though, I have some pumpkin put away from last year still, so I guess I need to start making pumpkin pies. I think that's what this one is too. I have to get my map out again. These are, again, either the red or purple beans that I just put in, and they're doing awesome. They really were happy that I put them in when the ground was actually warm. And next year I will remember not to get overzealous with my green beans. And then this is a green bean called Canter, and that was from seed that I saved from last year. And they have the white flowers instead of the purple like the Contender. And they're very much like a Contender, but they are a little bit smaller. And their flavor is not quite as good. So I did plant them because I had the seeds saved. And of course, food is food. But I prefer the Contenders for sure. This one is a summer squash or a banana. Oh yeah, Ray and Cindy gave me banana squash seed, or seeds. I think that's what this is. And that's grown pretty good. And then these are over here. I had 19 tomatoes left over from the market that didn't sell. So I put them in along this fence here. And they're all growing good. Onions seem to have perked up again a little bit, but I also weeded it some, so that probably helped. There's still strawberries. I know you can see a couple red ones in there. So we're still getting strawberries on June 27th. This is our Niagara grape. And I don't know if you can really see it because of the sun, but yeah, that's all right. There are bunches all over, and we'll lose most of them to the birds probably unless we put a net over it. They got a long way to go. And over here we have our other potato bed, which is also flowering like the one along the fence. Of course there's grass in there too, but that's no biggie. And this one doesn't seem to have as much death occurring as the other one, but it's also not as compact. They're a little bit more spread out in here. So I don't know. I've got some cucumbers in here that are finally starting to do stuff. I don't know. I'm going to have to replant a few, I think. And again, if you didn't see in the last video, these branches up here are the ones that are shading that, and I need to take those down. And then the ones obviously in the sun are doing a little bit better. But each trellis has two varieties. So on each side, they're different. And that could be a varietal thing too, but most likely it's the sun. It's just starting to warm up. It's in the 80s now, and it's too warm at night. Here are the peas. They're doing fantastic, and the bad thing about taking this branch down up here will be that the peas will get more sun and will finish up soon. But man, are they doing great. And cantaloupe that are behind this, not so much. I think I saw 2 or 3 seeds that came up. I was going to try to replant. Try to get my shadow out of there. There's some runner beans that are starting to come up. And then this runner bean that is in the shade is all the way up here. Boop. He's all the way up from the ground already. And yeah, so I don't know if I should take the shade out. He seems pretty happy. And then these, again, are runner beans also, and they're climbing up the peas, which I don't have a problem with. And then purple King Tut peas, saved from last year's seeds, and they're doing great. Kentucky pole beans. I have to start training those up the trellis. These are little marvel peas, also saved from last year's seeds, which were saved from about the past 4 years' seeds. And then the Oregon snap peas, and these things are taller than I am, which is crazy. Never had peas that long or tall. I have trained them up on a trellis before, but not like this. And this is really awesome because you can just come inside and there's all your peas right there. And then there are some on the outside too, and they're easy to get to because I listened to my husband and put down more of this stuff. so I can walk around without being in the weeds. These are really good. I ate them for breakfast yesterday. I think I'll save some and see if I got enough to sell at the market on Saturday morning. The sunchokes are going crazy. Horseradish is going crazy. There are carrots in here. They're starting to see the sun. And mint, chocolate mint. It's going crazy, super crazy. I mean, you can't even see anything in there except for chocolate mint. And a fennel. If you look, we have a guest. Swallowtail. He's happy as can be. We'll let him do his thing. They are usually on my dill, and maybe there's one back over there. I hate to go on that side because there's Virginia creeper over there, and I don't really want to go over there. There are onions in that area, and I have no idea how they're doing. I probably won't have anything but mint in this bed ever again. Okay, tomatoes. All except for 7 of these plants have flowers on them. So we have made significant progress in 2 weeks. I was hoping this plant over here, when I did another video, would be on the 3rd rung of the cattle panel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's just getting to 5. So that is quite a lot of growing in 2 weeks. This one's even taller, but they're all beautiful. I've been pruning them, taking off the suckers on the very bottom, keeping the leaves up off the ground for the most part. I mean, some is on the mulch. As they grow, obviously they get heavier, just like tree branches, and they come down, but I want to make sure I give it enough of what it needs, leave enough leaves on to make sure that they can photosynthesize. But these tops are pretty good looking. So I may have the best tomatoes yet this year, barring any hailstorm, polar vortex, hornworms I can't find, or super crazy unknown disease or pest that just happens to appear. I think we're doing all right. I am very excited. Even, and I know a lot of people don't have problems with this, but even basil is growing well. And I have a lot of trouble keeping basil alive. I can't get it to grow, and I don't know if I always put it in the wrong spot or what, but this time I put it next to the tomatoes, and it's doing next to the best. One other year I put them with the tomatoes and it did really well. So I got some new compost delivered, and I am going to be tearing out the lettuce and the cilantro, not this dill here yet, because it's looking good, and maybe we'll get some more swallowtails, I'm not sure. But I'm going to take all this out. We'll have one last big feast of salad, and then I'm going to put down some cardboard and top it with brand new thick layer of compost. And I'm going to put beets and radishes in here. I still have not gotten these peppers in the ground. How they're still alive, I don't know, because they dry out so fast. I just don't know if I'm going to get time to do it. I've been working on the strawberry patch this morning. The tomatoes were a big project yesterday, and I'm still trying to get the other pepper patch weeded. I think I'm just going to mow over the beets and maybe put some cardboard down and some of that new compost on there too. Depends on how much I have left after I do the strawberry area, where we're putting in 750 feet of strawberries for next year. This is apple mint. This is lemon balm. It's doing great. I suppose I will take some of that to the market for tea. I pulled up a garlic bulb of the soft neck just to see how it was doing. And it's developing, but it was very small. So I am not, even though it's very yellow, I am not going to take those out yet. We did open up the area for the pigs, and I don't know, this all looked like thick woods, and they haven't even been in there a week. You can see what they're doing to it. It's crazy. So I anticipate being able to see all the way through to the pasture by the time these piggies are harvested. I don't know if you can see back there the orchard. It's looking beautiful. We got cherries that are probably ready now, pie cherries. These are cabbages, all different kinds of cabbages, 3 or 4 different kinds, 4 I think. I am actually growing a Brussels sprout. It's the first time I've been able to get one of those to grow. Kale. These are cauliflower, which I have never been able to grow, and this spring has been perfect for actually getting some. I'm so excited. If you can see, some of these look so beautiful. I am so excited. And it's almost like they doubled in size from yesterday. And broccoli, we haven't really gotten or had good luck with broccoli. And this is the 3rd head of broccoli for us. I'm so excited. I could have a year like this every year and be super happy. I know so many people are complaining, but man, I just couldn't ask for a better year. Okay, I am working on the peppers. I got it almost all weeded. And then of course the weeds are starting to come back in the places I weeded before. But if you can see how beautiful some of these are. These right here are all sweet peppers. They look so nice. Where's one? Oh, let's see. Here's one. That's a mini bell. So it actually won't be much longer and that will be ready. But these are all looking super great. So yeah, more 80-degree days and we should be good to go on these peppers. These ones are where the hot peppers start. Here, these are all nice hot peppers. We do like hot peppers. These ones right here are Tabasco. I have not tried growing these before, but the goal is to make our own actual real Tabasco sauce. So if you eat a lot of hot sauce, there's no reason that you can't do it yourself. It's basically peppers and vinegar, and you let it ferment, and that's all there is to it. So it's going to happen for us. Right here. Those are the flowers for the peanuts. Aren't they pretty? So these plants are not very big. And let's see, what else? That's pretty much it, but boy am I happy with my tomatoes and my peppers this year. we did something right, at least. And a zinnia. So close. So close to blooming. Oh, this yarrow. Yarrow is beautiful. It's got like a purpley pink, pink, fuchsia. It's almost white, but not quite. But this plant got bigger than any other yarrow that I've ever grown in 1 year. That's 1 year's worth of growth. And so my poor little rose bush back here, you can't even see it unless you're in the garden. So I'm going to have to redo that or move the yarrow. Oh, and on top of that, there's lavender that you can't see. And then they're falling down because they're so heavy. Yeah, I've pulled a few raspberries off. I think it's time to start. You gotta be careful around here because my dog digs holes. Yeah, you can see. Man, I tell you, the gnats in my world are horrible. There's some more raspberries. Pretty sure this variety is called Willamette. It's kind of a typical variety. But this whole area, a lot of it is new growth, and so there's nothing on it. Maybe there will be in the fall if we have a nice long fall the way we had a nice long spring. There's our piggies. You can see, oh yes, they hate me. And out here is our main raspberry patch that we just put in. We put it in 2018. And this center variety is a summer bearing only. And this is an everbearing red. And that over there is an everbearing yellow. And the everbearing red is ready. I definitely have to come out and pick. Look at that. Oops. Oh, I can't focus. Why can't you focus? There we go. Yum yum. And for an everbearing, they really do put on a lot for the summer. But I've got a lot. I've got to get 10 pounds for our CSA. And I don't know. Until these ones come on, I probably am not going to have it. But this plant right here is loaded. So I'm not real worried. Or this variety. And there's bees all over. And gnats. Damn gnats. I mean, look at that. It's all just berries. So these probably have another week or so. And we'll start getting those. These ones are, I gotta come out and pick. Because otherwise the chickens will come out and get these luscious raspberries. Oh yeah, I'm eating that one. In this pasture over here, we put in some corn seeds. And they're pretty small, but they're growing. Pumpkins. And up on the hill, which you can't see, but in front of the orchard, there's sunflowers and wheat and some other stuff that we put in. And it's been raining enough that I haven't had to worry about watering them. Oh my goodness, I gotta come out here and look at all those raspberries. Oh yes. All right, so I guess that's my next job, is coming out to harvest raspberries. But isn't this a beautiful place? If you don't mind the fact that there are honeybees all over and mason bees and all sorts of other pollinators and gnats. Oh, the gnats. Oh, and you can see also where the fence goes for the pigs. They've got a pretty huge area. They're going to be happy. It goes back farther than it is wide. So they've got a lot of work to do, and that's where our blueberries are going next year. Oh, blueberries. Yum, yum. Okay, that's all I have. I hope you have a fantastic week. Talk to you later.